Hey guys, so I want to do a quick review and an unboxing of the new Call of Duty Mega Construx Series 3 Heroes line. So as you can see from left to right, I have Battery from Black Ops 3, Spectre from Black Ops 3, we have Keegan P. Ross from Ghost, we have Makarov from Modern Warfare 2, and then we have two generic soldiers, which is labeled as the Desert Sniper, as well as the Incendiary Soldier, which we've seen previously in the Flame Trooper pack. So again, just going left to right, looking at individual at these figures. So the first one up is Battery, and again, so she comes from the Black Ops universe, Black Ops 3 specifically. So she comes packaged with her War Machine signature weapon. So this is a pre-mold that we've seen kind of previously before with some of their signature weapons like Outlander had with the bow, and I've kind of noticed that Mega's doing a lot more of these pre-molded weapons as opposed to going to their their modular system of having everything clipped in. So it's got a like a dark brownish main coat on the grenade portion, the cylinder, as well as the barrel and the lower receiver, and then we have black surrounding the buttstock, the red dot sight post, and then just the top of the grenade launcher. The figure itself, so she didn't come with a whole lot. We have her in her standard uniform that we see just initially in the game. So the chest piece, the chest mold, is not a new mold. So this was initially, I think it was like from 2016 on the Black Ops 3 Wraith set. This was the first time we saw this chest mold. So it's dual molded though, so it's got dual paint applications on both sides, which is really nice. It looks really good on her. She comes also packaged with a new grenade belt. So this is new to the figure. It kind of drives me a little bit crazy because they have her with that standard Mega Construx tactical belt, so you can have the clip-ons, but it doesn't sit right as because with her especially, she has the female body, so the chest piece does not sit on her chest. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get back on properly, so then you kind of have this weird situation going on with the grenade belt. Again, I'm just very OCD with my figures, so it's little things like that kind of drive me crazy. The face mold of the figure is actually pretty decent, so they did a really good job of molding in her her comms into the into her headpiece, as opposed to having something extra. The paint scheme in the game, she has scarring through her eyebrows, and so you can kind of see that they did a good job on both sides right here. On the eyebrows, there's small little tick marks throughout both, and so that is pretty awesome that they went to that level of detail with the face mold for this figure. The rest of the figure, again, they have just the premium painting and application for the figure. So it's dual molded legs, dual molded arms, and paint jobs throughout the entire thing. So she was definitely one of the favorites out of the group for this set. The next one up is going to be Spectre. So he is packaged with an M6 pistol from Black Ops 3 as well. He's in the same universe as Battery, so this is just, again, Mega Construx continuing with their specialist line, and with Black Ops 4 coming out, it appears that they're using this, at least loosely using the same specialist that came through from Black Ops 3. So Spectre comes with a new molded arm blade for his signature weapon. So it's got a blue translucent blade for the two blades, with a like a forearm clip, and then just a darker mold for the plastic. So it looks really nice on the figure. It sits well. Let me try to get back on him real quick. So yeah, the signature weapons on it are very nice for him. So he's in kind of an alternative paint scheme than he is initially seen as in the game. Talked about that a little bit on my haul video, but the paint applications are very nice for the figure. They did a great job with the paint application for his face. It's it's very clean. It's I'm not seeing any, at least for mine, and this is going to depend on obviously your figures. you know, no, you know, mishaps or anything like that. It's very clean. So he's also packaged with the same chest armor that Battery has, just with that dual molding. So he's got like a white and red type paint scheme on his chest armor. He is also equipped with that new grenade belt, so I think this is probably going to be kind of a common thing for their specialist lines, for these figures at least, because at least this, well, I mean, I'm speculating, but the two specialists out of the line have the new grenade belt. And then again, you know, it's just that premium paint on the figure, so nothing spectacular besides that. Let's see if I can get on the stand. Of course, now struggling with it. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, so next one up is Keegan Ross, or Keegan P. Ross. So he comes from the Ghost game, Call of Duty Ghost. I believe this is one of the ones that died pretty early on in the game. He's got the new portion of this figure is the head mold for it. So we have seen the 4 goggles in the Night Op set like this package, so that the goggles don't come up, they're glued in place, but they have a nice bluish tint across each one of the goggles. Along with that is Keegan has that ghost like balaclava or baklava, you know, lower end covering his jawline and stuff like that. So that looks really nice. If you guys can pick that up on camera, it's a pretty good job with the paint scheme again. The rest of the figure, so he's got that. It looks like what they used for the SEAL divers for the upper body and the lower body as well. It's got that. It's almost like a reflective light blue for his fatigues. He's got black boots, darker brown gloves on his hands, one of the older style chest armors. So he comes with one of the older style pouches as well. And then besides that, you know, he comes with a firearm, like some type of submachine gun, using that modular system that Call of Duty's had from day one. But nothing else really spectacular about the figure. Oh, well, he also comes with a flashbang as well. So, cool little figure, not my favorite out of the wave. The specialists were obviously my favorite. Next up is Makarov. So this is from his Modern Warfare 2 No Russian Mission debut. So he comes packaged in, so his suit, and what's really nice about this one is that they actually did the extra paint schemes of, you know, showing his white shirt coming through his suit on both of his wrist cuffs from right here. You see it on his lapels as well. It's kind of hard to tell because his the rest of his uniform is black, but he has a darker color of black for his boots as well. So it's, you know, they still did the dual molding for the figure. The face mold for Makarov is, you know, I mean, it's decent. I wouldn't say it's like spot on, but again, you know, like looking at for this line, they had, I mean, it's like the 4th new mold that they've done for, you know, head wise. So it's pretty decent on that end. I think they did a pretty decent job. The likeness to Makarov is, I mean, it's there. But it looks really good. This is, along with the specialist, this is probably one of my favorite figures out of the wave, and I'm really happy I got it. So he also comes packaged with that older style chest armor and a flashbang. Next one up is the Debtor Sniper. So he comes packaged with the Barrett Cow modular system sniper rifle in that tan color. So that, you know, we've seen this in a few different sets. Nothing super special about this. He comes also provided with like a rifle case. Unfortunately, the rifle is longer than the weapons case, so you do have to disassemble the sniper rifle in order for it to fit into the modular case. Kind of a bummer, you know, because the one that we got with Price in the tank, that fit in there perfectly. Along with the sniper rifle and the case, he comes standard, you know, with tan fatigues. He's got that dual molding as well. One thing actually that's like, I really don't know if this is just my figure, if this was a mistake, but he has got, it looks like silver boots. Like I know it's not just me here, so I'm glad you guys can see this, but yeah, I mean, they're definitely reflective silver boots, and I cannot figure out why he's got this. So anyways, besides the boots, he's got tan fatigues. He's got like an olive drab chest piece armor. So this is one of the newer ones that we've been seeing with the figures coming out. And then he also comes packaged with a combat knife. The boonie on the head is removable. He's got that, you know, T portion, one of the newer style head molds. So you can remove it, customize, and go from there. Last up in the wave is the Incendiary Soldier. So this is, again, a repackage that we've seen from the Flame Trooper pack that just was, you know, I don't know if Mega just discontinued it or what happened with that figure pack, but it wasn't in any stores, at least where I live. You know, it was literally on Amazon, I think, for 2 hours. I did manage to get one of the figure packs, but then I've never seen it on Amazon since then. You know, previously, you know, you see listings on eBay with this figure as well, but I mean, the figure pack's going for $50, and I think that's absolutely outrageous. So with the figure itself, if you didn't get the like the Flame Trooper pack, this is a really easy way to get the Incendiary Soldier. So the soldier itself, it's, you know, standard World War II, you know, so he's got his green fatigues, he's got brown pants, he's got that the newer style dual molded pant, or the legs where the boots come off, and they're in a black color for the boots. He comes provided with the dark brown load bearing equipment as well, for his, you know, simulation for his chest piece. Armor, he comes along with that with a nice fuel tank backpack, one of those rubber tubing pieces, and then the flamethrower portion of the gun. So the flame itself does come off, and so you can have your figure displayed like this, or with the flame, it does come, you know, and it's easy clip in. It can rotate, so if you have a few of these, you can kind of simulate, you know, how the flames are coming out. So that's, you know, that's kind of a nice little feature to it. One of my gripes for this figure, and I talked about this in some of the weapons crates as well. So, from what I noticed, because I've seen a few of these, and I guess it really depends on the package you get and the plastics they use. So these are not all the same from what I've noticed. I've seen some of these that have more orange in them. I've seen some of them that are like, you know, purely just yellow. It's almost like I have kind of a like not a very clear like period, even with yellow. It's just, there's a lot of gunk in mine. But I've seen it where, you know, there's like darker orange through the middle of it, so it looks a lot just nicer. So keep that in mind, you know, if you're finding these in stores, kind of scroll through them, find the flame piece that you want, because they're all different for that. So besides that, guys, here's a quick look at the 6 figures in the wave. So, you know, I had to order these offline, so they're not in stores where I live in Oregon. I did order them, and I paid for them as the series from right here. I found that it was actually a lot cheaper to just purchase the wave, even though I was really only wanting about 3 figures out of the wave. But they were like, literally, that was cheaper buying the entire wave than actually picking out the 3 figures that I wanted, which were Battery, Spectre, and Makarov, which would, if I was just paying for those figures, it was going for about $65 for listings for that, which is absolutely crazy. I was able to get all 6 figures, including shipping, for, it was like $58. So not a lot cheaper, but when you think about, you know, price point for the figures, I was paying about $13 or so, you know, per figure, as opposed to paying upwards of $20 for one figure, which, you know, again, I like to collect, and I'm really big on that, but I wasn't going to pay that big of a difference for the figures. Besides that, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked what you saw. My suggestion would be, you know, again, if you like these figures and they're coming into your stores, pick them up. I really like these. I would definitely recommend Battery and Spectre out of the group. You know, if, you know, Makarov is, you know, one of the main villains for it, so I thought that was, again, I'm loving that Mega Construx is starting to do kind of, you know, enemies as well as Axis soldier packs. So I had to pick him up. He was, you know, obviously a big one for me. I could have done without with the Flame Trooper pack because he's not unique for me. You know, I already have one of them. Keegan from Ghosts, kind of a not an important character. And then the Desert Sniper is, again, just kind of a repackage. But if you guys see these, definitely, I would definitely recommend them. They're, again, Mega just does an amazing job with these figures, and this is no doubt just, them continuing with providing an excellent product. My only gripe, and I talk about it literally every video, is the distribution. It is absolutely ridiculous that Mega cannot get their stuff together to have these distributed. And it makes no sense to me, because I've literally found Series 8 of like the Halo Heroes lines in my targets, but I can't find these. And so, with that being said, that's my only gripe with it. Mega, I would really appreciate if they could fix their distribution. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked the video. I know it's getting long, so I'm going to leave you with that. If you guys have them, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're getting them, which figure is your favorite out of the wave. Besides that, guys, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.